This is Close Combat, Panthers in the Fog. You're watching episode 6 of the Axis campaign. Take a moment to support the channel by clicking the subscribe button, liking the video, and turning on notifications. We're now heading back to St. Barthelemy at 0600. It's foggy and dry. We have 117th Infantry taking on Conf Group Needle. We didn't make a ton of progress here, so we're going to have to try and get some more work done in this fight. We are back with Wrestling Company. So, we did lose one half track because they were tracked in the last fight. I've gone ahead and just swapped them out with Goldberg, who's manning a Panzerschreck. We also have no heavier vehicles, so we're still rolling the armored cars and a couple of half tracks. One of them's a mortar half track, and one of them has an AT gun. So, they got 4 Shermans. I'm wondering right now if we switch out the mortar half track for another Panzerschreck. But look at all the BAR. Like, they got almost a full second platoon of rifle and BAR. I think the reality is we temper expectations. We're not about to make a bunch of progress this fight. And then it's going to be just more of a defensive fight. Try and delay them so we can merge with our armored battle group and just hope to hold on. I think I will keep the mortar just to try and keep the infantry honest. I've gone ahead and put a few units in the middle of the map. I had a lot of back and forth decision making here to do, but ultimately I think they're going to push through there, and I like the idea of having the Panzerschreck and some units that maybe will be decent. They've got some Panzerfausts, so maybe they'll be decent against tanks before they just steamroll all the way to the back. Besides the middle, I have a few infantry up in the northwest, and they're just to kind of watch for that flag and make sure there's no large flanking maneuver. I've got the same over on the east, but then I've got half tracks and one of the AT cars just kind of hiding. There's some cover with the buildings and stuff, so I'm hoping that that's decent. Then I got Ric Flair. He is in that field to the northeast. They're pretty hidden behind the trees. I'm thinking that maybe they can roll down and get in on the fight, but there also isn't just a super clear line of sight from the enemy. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I don't know what else to do with the lighter vehicles. Okay, that was a little unexpected. I thought we would see tanks sooner. Could be the fog that's impacting it, but kind of thought they would be just right there. Oh, contact on the west. Yep, we got guys moving between buildings. I guess let's go ahead and let Steve Austin open up, even though I would have preferred to ambush them when they come at us. We got more infantry on the run. No line of sight from Steve Austin. Randy Savage can't see it either. All right, let's get Steve Austin on defend. I want to keep Goldberg from drawing attention to themselves, so I'm thinking they're going to stay on hide. Engage right here. All right, 2 more infantry squads advancing on the east. Let's go ahead and hit mortars right there. We do have our mortar barrage available, but I want to wait until we find maybe a little more clustered units. That way we don't just waste it on nothing. Shawn Michaels is going to come out. I don't know how far, but if we could get a few cannon rounds downrange on the infantry, that might help. All right, Shawn Michaels is finally making their way out. Let's go ahead and bring Randy Orton up a little bit. They've got a elevation issue. Try and put them where Shawn Michaels was. I'm going to swap out Goldberg too, since we only have infantry up front. We got guys pushing Randy Savage hard. Alright, hang in there. Triple H will get to the front, and that'll help hold down that corner a little bit better. Oh man, we got to deal with this rifle team. Steve Austin, get on that as well. And yeah, we're not expecting anybody from the north. So, or at least I believe we're not expecting anybody from the north. So we got John Cena coming down to help back up that 2-story building. We have a tank visible. It's time to pull back a little bit and get get prepared for that. I think Bret Hart and The Undertaker are ready, so we're just going to move out here. I don't think we're going to have a push from right there, so we'll see if we can start flanking them a little bit. There we go. Shawn Michaels is engaging. Stay out of line of sight of their tank. Fortunately, the buildings are blocking us for the moment. I'm not even sure where the tank went. All right, let's pull Randy Savage back. We'll go ahead and move in with John Cena. Tank coming in. Goldberg can't see it for some reason. There's like a weird angle with that roof. I can't move them up just a little bit either. Nope. So they don't see it. Tank stopped. Might have to just hang in there for a minute. Tank is reversing, so we gotta watch for that. Make sure that they don't get a better angle on us. Let's go ahead and move vehicles up a little bit. What do we get? We have a Sherman destroyed. Okay. I didn't even see that one. I feel like it had to be the Rock. Yeah. He's got line of sight. That AT half-track actually has really good effectiveness against the Shermans. Can we please hit them? Kill the crew. Alright, looks like they're surrendering. No line of sight on that second Sherman right now, which is really the first one. Infantry here. I'm going to try the mortar again now that they've moved up a little bit. Alright, just keep everybody pinned down. We are taking some casualties, it looks like, but we're holding the line. It's all for the center of town right now. We can't push forward either because they're in that large two-story building at the end of the row. So, oh, there we go. Send it. Come on, Goldberg. I believe they missed. Now they've lost line of sight. I'm not even sure if he shot. He still has 6 Panzer Strikes. Pretty sure that's what he had to begin. Let's go ahead and get Ric Flair coming down. Cross there. And we'll just set up right here. Mortars are falling nicely. That's such a cheap situation. Whoa! We just took one. We can't see. They can see us. Goldberg took a casualty. Get out of there. That's so stupid that he can't see through that. That was a epic shot, though, right in his face. Ric Flair's almost there. I want to say we still have good cover from the buildings. I want to move those guys up a little bit. Although if he's going to go east, maybe not. Maybe we go down south a little ways and, like, try and get down to this road. That might not be bad. And then try and shoot him in the rear if he goes east. Okay, we have a third tank now. One's destroyed. This one's the original one that's going southeast, and there's a new one that's going northwest. Their fourth tank is still unidentified. We have not located it. Come on, The Rock. I needed you to go down there. Uh-oh. This might be bad. I needed them to be behind the building. It's getting sketchy. Goldberg, come back up. Get ready. Let's actually move up to this building. We'll swap out with John Cena, and then if the tank keeps closing in, we'll have Panzer Shrek right there. So Randy Savage does have Panzerfaust if they get close enough. That corner of that two-story is keeping us safe right now. Come on. Just go there and set up shop. Tank has stopped. Goldberg did not cross. Let's go ahead and run. Come on, Randy Savage. He's probably like 5 or 6 meters out of range. We're drawing fire right there. Okay. What if the Rock peels off south and we try and just get an angle right around that two-story, just enough to like try and pop the tank? All right, our mortar's apparently auto-engaging the tank. or the infantry, but it's hitting the tank. I don't know which. Sherman is damaged. So I guess the mortar, we can let him do his thing. I don't know that he's going to kill it, but if he gets this infantry or, he's damaging it, like, might as well let him do his thing for a minute. We have line of sight with the rock. He's wrong facing. We got to get him rotated. No line of sight there. Keep moving up. Come on, Goldberg. Let's drop more mortars. More infantry push on the west. Okay, Sherman is destroyed. Way to go. I believe that was the rock who did it. Now Shawn Michaels can peel around to the west and try and put some cannon rounds into those 2 stories. Okay, John Cena is down to 1 man. Kind of the same with Randy Savage, to be honest. Like, we're on skeleton crews. Can we engage these guys? Alright, Ric Flair, move out. I don't know. Maybe we can squeeze through. We don't have to go the long way. We can just get right through there. And let's move up. Maybe right here behind the big tree. And we'll try and get into this 2-story. We got another tank rolling up right here. I think we're just going to drop mortars on it anyway. So much chaos. We kill that guy? Oh, yeah, we already killed him. Never mind. Everybody's down to there. Whoa! I don't know what happened. Shawn Michaels is destroyed. I'm not sure who got them. Is there somebody closer than I thought? I definitely didn't think that they were going to get hit from that range. Alright, so we're down 1 AT car. We're going to have to keep Ric Flair back just a little bit. Sherman is retreating out of the mortars. We got a big push right here. I was really going to be counting on Shawn Michaels to help support this. Alright, we can't quite see there. What if we peel the rock to the east and try and squeeze between the building right there? And let's go ahead and do the same with Ric Flair. We might be able to get some angle on the street crossing where they're pushing us. Alright, get in there. I don't know what is going on there. The Undertaker stayed put. Actually, hang on. Why did they not cross? They have line of sight there. Alright, can we full sprint to the back? We are drawing a lot of fire. We just took a direct cannon hit. While that tank is distracted, we need to get the rock in here to drop it. And then Ric Flair can come in and deal with the infantry that's trying to cross. It's going okay. It's getting a little bit wild with casualties. Our morale is dropping faster than I was expecting. Our guys are definitely getting close to breaking. Steve Austin's reporting low on ammo. Bret Hart is panicking. I don't blame them. They're getting pummeled by the tank. Not a lot we can do about the guys in the buildings without the AT car support. Alright, we're not really moving. I need you to run. We are going to end up disbanding a huge portion of this battle group. Like, they're totally combat ineffective after this. Uh-oh. Better line of sight. We're drawing fire from infantry. Let's get back out of there. We might need to request a ceasefire, even though we haven't really made any progress. The big goal here is, like, survive to merge with the next battle group. So, let's just take it if they'll give it. They will. And as I said, our morale was getting low. We were down to 52 to their 59. And it is still basically a stalemate. It says technically we won because we control a greater number of crucial victory locations. But I think we know that that's not really the case. They were out fighting me there at the end. But we hung in there. Looks like we killed 11, we wounded 30, and took 3 prisoners. We also destroyed 2 Shermans. They killed 6. wounded 13, and destroyed 1 armored car. So pretty fair fight if you consider we got 2 of their tanks. Let's start off with Randy Savage, who has 3 kills. Then we got Steve Austin with 23 kills and a second-class Iron Cross. And Bret Hart almost wiped out up in the Northwest. We got The Undertaker, no kills. Hulk Hogan, no kills. They were static. John Cena got 3 kills but is wiped out. Triple H got 2 kills, also wiped out. Ric Flair, nothing. And then Shawn Michaels had 3 kills before being destroyed. Goldberg is wiped out, no kills. The Rock did okay with a second-class Iron Cross, 2 tank kills, and 3 infantry kills. Kind of like that half-track now. Lastly, we have Randy Orton with 2 infantry kills. Not too bad on the mortar. Alright, first platoon leader's unharmed. And then Rifle, no kills. BAR with 1 kill, wiped out. Rifle, wiped out, no kills. BAR with 2 kills. Another Rifle, no kills. BAR unharmed. Second platoon leader, no kills. And then we have a Rifle, they're unharmed. This BAR has 1 kill. Rifle that's wiped out, no kills. And a BAR with 5 kills and a vehicle kill. Their first Sherman got 3 kills. And then this one was destroyed. They got no kills. We got everybody. This one's unharmed. And then this one's destroyed and it got 5 kills. I feel like looking at the numbers, it actually isn't terrible. I did take heavy casualties and we are going to lose a lot of units, but considering all the damage I did and what I was able to hold off, I'm actually kind of proud of that result. I feel like getting to the merge was the important part. Bringing forward more powerful units is the necessity. So the fact that I didn't just give up the whole map is a little bit of a shock to me. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you think it turned out. Now is also a good time to add some more names to the comments if you'd like to join one of the battle groups. Our offensive is off to a decent start, so make your mark. I hope everybody enjoyed this one. Go ahead and click the subscribe button to catch future content, and you can support me as a content creator by becoming a member. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.